I'm Emily Parsons, Deputy Director and Curator for the American Revolution Institute of the Society of the Cincinnati, and for this Collections Corner, we're coming to you from outside our collection storage area with one of the most unusual paintings in our museum collections. This allegorical portrait of a fallen French naval officer of the Revolutionary War memorializes one of the thousands of French soldiers and sailors who sacrificed their lives in the fight for American independence. In the painting, we see a body lying on the ground. The spirit of a French officer confronts the figure of death, which hovers in a dark cloud and holds a scythe. This depiction of death may look familiar, but don't call it the Grim Reaper, at least not in the 18th century. The figure of death wouldn't be called the Grim Reaper until the mid-19th century. The version in our painting has come for the wounded sailors behind the officer. On the right, Catholic priests perform last rites to save their souls. The officer in the painting is François Lenormand de Victot. Born in Normandy in northwestern France, Lenormand de Victot had been serving in the French Navy for 20 years by 1778 when he was promoted to Lieutenant de Vaisseau and departed for the American War. 4 years later, in 1782, his journey took him to the Caribbean aboard the Magnifique in Admiral de Grasse's fleet. Months after the British Army's surrender at Yorktown all but guaranteed American independence, war continued to rage in the Caribbean between Britain, France, Spain, and the Netherlands for control of their valuable sugar islands. In April 1782, de Grasse's fleet gathered at Fort Royal on Martinique, preparing to attack the British island of Jamaica. Martinique is the setting of this painting, with the French ships depicted at anchor at the fort. Within a day of de Grasse's force setting sail, they were intercepted by a British fleet off a group of small islands between Guadeloupe and Dominica. The French were soundly defeated in the Battle of the Saints, the last naval battle of the American Revolution. But our officer, Lenormand de Victot, was ill and was left behind on Martinique, where he died of disease at the age of 40 on April 10, 1782, one day after the fleet set sail. His vibrantly colored spirit stands at the center of the painting, fully dressed in his French naval uniform and wearing the insignia of the Order of Saint Louis, an award given to Catholic officers for long and faithful service in the French military. In contrast, Lenormand de Victot's muted body lies in the foreground of the painting, covered in shadows. The painting was completed in 1783, the year the Americans officially won the Revolutionary War. It was painted by Nicolas René Jollain, a Parisian artist who painted scenes of history and mythology, as well as more intimate scenes of modern domestic life. We refer to it as an allegorical portrait because it depicts a real person in an imagined setting to highlight certain characteristics the artist wanted to honor. In this case, Lenormand de Victot's family probably commissioned the painting to memorialize his sacrifice. A plaque inscribed on the original frame, which could have been composed by Lenormand de Victot's family, proclaims, "For his dying brothers he consecrates his life. Death, by striking him, crowns his labors. That his fate is worthy of envy." To learn more about our collections and see other objects like this, visit our website, www.americanrevolutioninstitute.org.